it again. Well, hi guys, it's Camille. It's a Sunday today. Beautiful Sunday, I might add. We actually had rain for the first time in several weeks, and we've been needing it, so that was nice to see. I went to church this morning, and it was a lovely service as per usual. Had lunch with my friends afterwards at Cracker Barrel. It was a delightful time. It's 5:16 in the afternoon, technically early evening. And today is not only a Sunday, it's Sunday, May 4th. It's Star Wars Day. Now, when I first started doing videos again for the channel, I attempted Star Wars Day last year, and it was a miserable time. It was a Saturday when I went last year, and it was miserably packed. It was very busy, and I did not have a good time. It was not fun at all. I got to meet JoJo's World out of it, and that was pretty cool, and I got a pin. But aside from that, it was awful. And I told myself I wouldn't be doing it again. So here we are today at Hollywood Studios in the parking lot, sitting here contemplating our decisions because we're here doing it again. And you're probably wondering to yourself, is it even worth doing it? Why are you doing this to yourself again? You know you don't like crowds. You know it's going to be busy. Are you dumb? Are you a glutton for punishment? To which I say, possibly to both of those. So I don't know. Maybe in my blind optimism, I'm just thinking, oh, it's a Sunday. It shouldn't be that bad. And who knows? Maybe I did it wrong last year, because here's the thing. I'm not the biggest Star Wars fan. I'm not saying that the franchise is bad. I can appreciate it and what it did for the sci-fi genre as a whole, especially in the film industry and in television and whatnot. They were an experience, and I can appreciate the films for existing, okay? But, you know, I just don't care. But you know, everybody has such a good time with Star Wars Day, especially here in the park at Hollywood Studios, because we have Galaxy's Edge in this park. And I'm just thinking, you know, maybe I just missed out on something, and maybe because I went into it so blindly last year, maybe I could take what little knowledge I gained from that one visit and apply it to this. So the current plan is simple. I don't intend on staying in the park very long. I'm probably only going to be in here maximum 2 hours, maybe not even, depending how bad the crowds are. I intend on getting one specialty food item because Disney dropped a whole litany of different specialty treats and savory snacks and meals and whatnot that you can get today, along with a whole litany of buckets and sippers. Rise of the Resistance now has a single rider line, and I intend to get on Rise of the Resistance. I get horrible motion sickness, so I don't ride Millennium Falcon or Star Tours. I avoid a lot of the screen-based rides, but Rise of the Resistance is the only Star Wars ride here that I can actually ride and not get sick, and it's a lot of fun, and it's such a cool experience. And Lord willing, if I'm able to, and if it's not too terribly crowded and not too terribly picked over, I want to find at least one Star Wars pin commemorating today, like I did last year. For the 5 of you that watched my May the 4th video from last year, you know that I brought my porg Bartholomew with me. He's my big puppet porg that I got at Galaxy's Edge years ago. I did not bring Bartholomew with me today. I instead brought my baby porg. This is Wolfgang. He has a little bow tie. He looks very dapper. He's very handsome. He's one of the shoulder buddies. So this is a magnet. You're supposed to attach it to like your bra strap or like the strap to like a tank top or whatnot. In my case, I'm going to use the strap to my Loungefly, and Wolfgang just attaches to the base, and he's supposed to sit on your shoulder. And he's really cute. What's really fun about Wolfgang is that he does make noise if you touch him. See? I'm going in with some optimism, but deep down my soul is like, don't do this, please. So I'm hoping that deep down I'm wrong and that the optimism will take over and I enjoy myself a little more today than I did last year. And you know what? Maybe it'll be fun. And you know, because I know what to expect now for the most part, I should be okay. It should be fine, but we'll see. We shall see. So without further ado, let's get in the park. Wolfgang, he is secured for the most part. I just have to pray he does not fall off of my shoulder. Already walking into the park, there's a lot of people.
Oh yeah.
It's okay. We're gonna breathe. It'll be fine. So the gift shop that's next to the Polar Pipeline, which is the little Coca-Cola stand where you can get slushies, this line is for Star Wars merchandise that's specifically for the anniversaries of select Star Wars films. I don't exactly remember which ones, but for all of the main May the 4th merchandise, that's at the Stage 1 gift shop, which is the Muppet store, which is all the way in the Muppets area, like last year. And like last year, they've got a virtual queue for that one, at least according to the cast member. So I don't know if we'll get in there. If we do get in there, great, it was meant to be. If we don't, it's okay. We'll just call our losses and it'll be totally fine. So let's trudge our way over to Galaxy's Edge. I will say, if you do decide to come on Star Wars Day and you need to escape the crowds, the area over by Indiana Jones still does not have very many people, even on a day as busy as today, which is good. This little section looking off of Echo Lake is also not too congested for the most part. So yeah, there are options. So I'm over in Muppet Vision. I believe this massive crowd of people, I think, is for the virtual queue line, or at least people waiting to get access to the virtual queue for the merchandise store that's in Stage 1 just up ahead. Rise of the Resistance currently has a 75-minute standby wait time, but we have single rider. I've never done single rider in this attraction before, so let's figure out where we're going. So we get to skip that, and we go right through here. From that room, we're already right out here. That's so cool. Look at the troopers. Look at the baby with the troopers. Holy moly. Alright, so far the timer was going for 15-16 minutes about, so.
So interrogation cell. Our methods, though thorough, are also efficient. Obey with the following orders. First, look down, memorize your colors. Red, blue, silver, orange. Inside the cell, those same colors will be on the floor. Find them, stand on them, and stay there. Next, anything on your bodies, bags, backpacks, purses, handy packs, take those off, hold them in your hands.
Of the First Order, we will soon snuff out your meager resistance. You chose the wrong side, and now you will pay. The Resistance prisoners.
You have what I want. Down to the escape pod base. Those droids are programmed to return you to Batuu.
For your safety, stay seated with seatbelts securely fastened. Keep hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the transport and supervise your children. A probe droid. You're lucky it didn't spot you. Take those turbo lifts and stay out of trouble.
You're not authorized. Wait, those are the prisoners.
Your cover is blown. Find an alternate route. Who picked these two droids anyway?
The escape pods just follow us. Take the lift down. We'll cover you. Hurry! No! I said down!
This does not look good. Try to find another way down to the escape pods.
The Resistance will attempt to rescue the prisoners.
They have neither the resources nor the courage to engage us.
You underestimate their conviction. Raise the shields!
Shields? I see no evidence.
Now!
Sound the alarm! All personnel to their stations!
Sir, the prisoners have escaped.
How brave, but ultimately hopeless.
Attention, all resistance personnel. Abandon ship. I repeat, abandon ship. This destroyer is about.
There's no escape.
resistance.
Your escape pods came in a little off target. 9-0, scan for his pod beacon.
More escape pods down in Sector 4.
We lived, and so did Wolfgang. We did it. So I still have earplugs in. The ride is very, very loud, so I always recommend ear protection if you're sensitive to loud noises like me. Anywho, single rider only took us 44 minutes. I know that sounds like a long time, but the ride did break down whilst I was waiting. And it's also harder to fill in single riders because they had a lot of even numbered groups, and there's only 8 seats per car. But aside from that, 90% of the wait was inside. You wind up skipping the first part of the pre-show where you're in the transport ship and then you get abducted by the First Order. You skip all that. You go straight into the Stormtrooper room, and they try to divide you up based on the group sizes ahead of you. That was really neat, and it was all air conditioning. We got on the ride, we had a lot of fun, and yeah, it was great. So I don't know if I'm gonna get food here in Batuu or not. I know they have specialty treats throughout the park for May the 4th this year, which is pretty cool. So I think we're gonna wander around here a tiny bit longer because by the time nighttime hits, that's when the lightsaber ceremony is gonna happen, and I don't want to be here for that. So they have a line for the popcorn buckets, but it's for mobile order. But I'm not here to pick up a bucket. I just wanted to see some stormtroopers. Renaissance travelers, I like your pork there. Oh, thank you. This is just a glimpse, y'all, of some of the people just waiting for the lightsaber ceremony. This is about as close as I'm gonna get. I'm actually going to take this as my sign to leave this land. So they've got cast members and security all over, like them behind me, trying to corral everybody and keep them as organized as possible. Yeah, I am gonna take my leave right now. Okay, we found a clearing. We go down this way. Wolfgang here will not be getting any photos in Batuu today, at least not to the same extent like Bartholomew had last year. So a lot of the photo pass spots in Batuu have big lines. This one isn't too bad, but I just kind of want to get out of here. And just like that, we have escaped Batuu. We did it. We survived. Well, I'm back at Muppets, and praise the Lord, the line has gone down for the Star Wars store. Now, there is no telling if they'll actually have anything or not, but let us try and see. We're gonna make this quick. I don't think I'll show off much of the merchandise in here, but I'll try. Okay, so they have a couple sweatshirts. Actually, a lot of sweatshirts. I'm here for one thing and one thing only though. A pin. That's it. Okay, so they were out of pins. It's okay though, it's all good. The store actually was picked over on quite a few things. They only had a handful of sizes left for the t-shirts, and they had a few sweatshirts left. They had some of the bigger items and the Stormtrooper figures, but honestly, that was really about it. They didn't have much else other than that. It's okay. At least we did get to walk in briefly. I didn't film much in there just because everybody and their mother's in there and they're trying to buy things, so I can say that I did it. So now we're gonna go inside and we're gonna find a special Star Wars treat. So we're back over by Dockside Diner. There isn't nearly as many people up at this end of the park compared to the other end near Muppets. So a lot of the lines for the different restaurants and stuff that are offering specialty treats strictly for today, they have big lines and big mobile order waits, and I simply was just not gonna deal with it. But the one popcorn stand did happen to have some of the themed buckets, and in fact I did find a couple others not too far from here at the popcorn cart where Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway is. They had a bunch over there too, so we got one. So this is the Death Star bucket. Ooh, does it light up? Oh, there's a tab, hold up. I think it lights up. Ooh. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, wait, it makes noise. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, that's fun. Oh, how cute. Oh. Oh, that's fun. Okay, there we go. I shut it off. Oh, that's so cool. So all the popcorn fits inside the bucket, and he's actually pretty decent size. It's the size of my head, but it's filled with lots of popcorn. Super salty popcorn. So here's the thing. I am a relatively simple person to please. I don't really ask for much when it comes to like merchandise and specialty food and whatnot. I just usually try to anyway go with the flow. But knowing how busy it was today, and I mean they had like this Battle of Hoth macaron treat that you could get, and there was this one wrap you could get at Docking Bay 7, and there was several others throughout the park, and more specifically in Batuu. But you know what? I am content with just the bucket and some good old-fashioned popcorn. And so I'm just going to deem this bucket as my Star Wars treat for today. And you know what? I'm pretty happy with that. It's close to about 7 o'clock now. The sun is setting, as you can see behind me. And you know what? I'm pretty content with what I've seen today. I'm pretty content with what I got to do today. Now you may look at this and you're like, well, you barely did anything and you only did like 1 or 2 things. And you know what? I'm okay with that because I live here and I can see a lot of the Star Wars stuff during other visits when it's not as busy as it is today. I'm pretty happy with what I was able to accomplish today. I got to try out the single rider line for Rise of the Resistance for the first time, and that was really nifty. And so now I know for when I come for like solo visits or whatnot, if I just want to skip the pre-show and I don't want to do the full experience, because again, I've been on the ride several times since I live here, the single rider line is an option and it does not take nearly as long. It was so busy in Batuu by the time I got off of the ride that they didn't have any of the walk around characters out anymore, and you could see people starting to line up for the lightsaber ceremony, and they had security guards and other cast members just everywhere, and I was just like, yep, time to take my leave. But overall, I enjoyed this year's May the 4th way more than I did last year, and I think a lot of that is just because I knew what to expect this time around. I think also coming much later in the day was like a huge advantage, at least for me, weather-wise. And you know, I was just content being able to see a couple things. I was happy we were able to walk into the store. Pretty disappointed all the pins are gone. But you know, at least we could say we went in there. I didn't have to wait in any big lines. I was able to get on Rise of the Resistance today and have a good time with that. I got pictures of Wolfgang, not a whole lot of them. I didn't get any PhotoPass photos, but I can get those any other day, so. And we got a popcorn bucket. So, you know, I'm pretty happy with how things turned out today. I've only been here for a couple hours, and so I think I'm gonna wind up heading home after this. So thank you guys for watching. I know this is probably gonna be a shorter video. I know that the Dapper Day one is gonna be a really short one, and yes, I did not forget about Dapper Day. I went during the Epcot meetup. but it was so hot I did not get hardly any footage, unfortunately, and I only have about 6 minutes worth of vlog, so I'm trying to figure out what to do with that, but it is going to get uploaded soon. So thank you guys again for watching. Be sure to tell your friends and family about the channel. If you have any questions, if you just want to say anything at all, feel free to leave them in the comments. I do always read them. I may even reply. So until next time, I will see you guys soon. Bye!